Hello? Is this thing on? Are we back? Bet. This camera? This one. Okay, gotcha. Yo, what it do? Welcome back to the Mental Health Podcast. Man, it's been a minute, guys. It's been a minute. It's been a lot going on, man. But I'm happy to say we back. We back and we better. I know I left y'all on a crazy hiatus the last time. You know, it's been a topsy-turvy couple of years since the last episode you did. But we're about to get straight back into it, man. It's a lot of positive things that's been happening, you know, and then, you know, a few trials and tribulations along the way, but, you know, that wouldn't be life without it, you feel me? But with that being said, today's episode is called Anchor. Now, we're going to get into, you know, how Anchor is, but at this moment right now, I want y'all to take the time out and list 5 things that y'all love about yourself. That's not physical. 5 things that you really embody and you really embrace and that you really say, you know, that's me, you know, and people can attest to it. So go ahead and take a second, name 5 things, run them off. You can write them down. You can say them out loud. You can think it in your head. You can do whatever. But we're going to give some self-love to ourselves today. So let's go ahead and start with that little exercise. For me, I'm going to go with, you know, loyal. I'm going to go with determined. I love my determination as a person. What else I'm going to say? My creativity. Let's see. My heart. My heart is something that I really hang my hat on, and I really think, you know, sometimes it does get me in trouble, but having a big heart is one of them for me. And then I would just say my sense of adventure. I love my sense of adventure. I'm always trying to, you know, find new things to do and seek new adventures and just go out and travel and do the world. You know, those are the things and qualities of myself that I truly love and endure. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all had 5 to tell yourself. But without further ado, man, let's get to it. All right, man. So last time we discussed, I can't really remember where we left off, but I know we talked about, you know, going through the ups and downs and trials and tribulations of life and everything that we deal with on a daily basis as a man, right? So, but today we're going to talk about being an anchor. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a double meaning to this. The first one is going to be, you know, an anchor, if you know what an anchor is, and, you know, we can put the definition down here, but an anchor is used to hold the ship down. It's supposed to stabilize. It's supposed to keep it afloat. It's supposed to make it secure and locked into place. And that does sound like a negative connotation, which is why we're going to talk about it like that right now is, you know, I know a lot of you probably feel as though, you know, you've been trying to move, but you have this weight, you have this anchor that's just holding you down, and you're trying to, it feels like every time you take 2 steps forward, you take 6 steps back. You know what I mean? And that's life, man. Like, you can't really enjoy the success without going through, you know, the trials. And that's what makes you a stronger person. That's what makes you, once you get to the end of the road, it makes you look at that complete journey like, damn, like I got through that. Whatever was beating me up, whatever was kicking me down, whoever was throwing dirt on me, you know what I'm saying? All of that helps you grow so that once you get to the mountaintop, you know, you find a sense of appreciation for everything that you went through to get there. You know what I'm saying? For me, you know, a lot of y'all know I did deal with, you know, some form of mild depression. I think everybody deals with that shit, whether they want to believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? But depression could come from so many different things. You know what I'm saying? A chemical imbalance, just life being super heavy on you. You know what I'm saying? Constant bad news after bad news after bad news. And I was definitely one of those people, you know, and I'm an over emotional person. If you know me, you know that I am super emotional. So at the slightest inconvenience for me, my whole world is shattered. Or when I feel like my goals aren't being achieved or knocked down, my world is shattered because it's like I have these high expectations. I have these, you know, sometimes I call them unattainable goals because I always reach completely out of the way. So that way, if I land, you know the saying, if you reach for the stars, you'll land on the clouds. You know what I'm saying? So that's always kind of where I'm at with my goals. And when I don't meet that, you know, it fucking sucks sometimes because it's like, damn, like I know I can do it. I know I can do it. And, you know, you can also get caught up in that whole, you know, comparison is the thief of joy spill. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at everybody else around you, you're like, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing this. Man, I'm here to tell y'all, man, from where I was at in season 1 and season 2, talking about the pod, and to where we are heading now, my mental health is in a completely different, state of realm right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and say I don't have days where, I feel as though the days get heavy or the world is against me. But where I'm at now is I've done the turtle race. You know what I'm saying? I stayed down. I locked in. I focused on things that I can control. That's another thing I try to preach to all my guys, man. Like, control the controllable. You know what I'm saying? You can't control the uncontrollable. And that's what we hang our hats on sometimes. And I had to look at that situation when bad shit was happening or things was going on. Is, bro, I can't control the bad shit that happened to me if it's something that I didn't cause. You know what I'm saying? Like, just certain things, but the things that you can control, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's put this in for instance. One of my goals was to lose some weight, man. Your boy got a little hefty. I got a little, got a little bigger throughout the course of the years. But one of my goals was to really start losing weight. And to me, that's something I can control. And I used to look at myself like, damn, like I feel sloppy. I feel like I'm not doing too much. You know what I'm saying? And then like I would work out, but I really wasn't pushing myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I would do shit and I'd be like, I'm drinking on the weekends. I'm binge eating on the weekends. So I'm really depleting all my hard work that I put in throughout the week. And on top of that, I'm like, I know I could go harder. You know what I'm saying? So those are things that you can control. You know what I'm saying? The uncontrollables are, getting laid off from your job. You can't help that. Or trying to find a job. I know a lot of y'all are in the transition right now where you're trying to find a better job or a better situation for you. The market sucks right now. If you know what I'm saying? But those are things that's uncontrollable. But what you can control is getting applying for more jobs, putting your application in, putting 50 applications in a day. I'm not going to lie. Last time we talked, I was at a whole different job. I'm in a whole different place, new company, better situation. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't happy. And that's something I could control, mind you. But going into the job market, I was applying for jobs. Because I wanted a new job. I wanted to be somewhere that, I felt that it could better use my services. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was you keep applying. You keep putting yourself out there. Regardless, you're going to get no's. No's are a part of life. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get no's with everything that you do. But eventually, you're going to get that one yes. You know what I'm saying? And I got my yes and I'm happy. But I digress. Back to the point of you have to put the work in even though you feel stuck. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you feel stuck, sitting in it and wallowing in it and feeling sorry for yourself is not going to help you release that anchor or escape from that anchor. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes grit. It takes grind, man. I'm into this fitness shit right now. And I was talking to the boys this past weekend and we were talking about, the mindset that you need to have to stay in shape, even though you don't have a reason to, but other than to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like coming from an ex-athlete, you're like, okay, I got to work out because I want to play. I want to be in the best shape. I want to start. I want to be the guy on the team. I want to have stamina. I want to do all these fucking things. So that's why I work out hard. That's why I stay in shape. When you become our age, man, or you become an adult, or you become, you know what I'm saying, to the point where you really don't have to work out solely unless you want to, it takes a different mindset. It takes a strong mind to will yourself to the gym every day. It takes a strong mind to eat right. It takes a strong mind to, go through an entire workout and really kill yourself. You dig what I'm saying? So it takes mindset. Mindset is the number one thing that you need to understand when dealing with that anchor that you feel like is holding you back. It's all a mindset. You can't go through life feeling sorry for yourself. And I really do believe a lot of the times, even talking in season 1, season 2 of the pod, man, I felt sorry for myself. You know what I'm saying? I felt like, why me? Why me? Why me? That why me is not going to get you out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like my mindset now is, and I used to be that person where self-pity, I'm not on that. I'm not on that because I see what happens when you put the work in. It takes work. It's a cliche thing. It's very cliche, but you got to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, when you're talking about the mindset, you got to learn to shift the gear of what it is you want. You know what I'm saying? Like every year should be a year of trying to better yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't be comfortable being comfortable, and you can't be comfortable being complacent and doing the same thing that you've always been doing. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get the same results doing the same thing, and that's insanity. We know that. You dig what I'm saying? So when it comes to wanting more or trying to put yourself in better positions, you got to do something different. You know, you can't keep doing the same thing thinking you're going to get better results from that. You know what I'm saying? And then you're looking at everybody else like, oh, everybody else ship is moving. Everybody else's ship is moving. Yeah, because they doing something different. You know what I'm saying? That anchor becomes uncontrollable when you just wallow and you put yourself in self-pity. That anchor is going to continue to hold you back the longer and longer you stay in the mindset of, why me? Why can't I do this? Why can't I? You know what I'm saying? That's not doing anything for you. You know what I mean? But that's that connotation of the anchor in that scenario, man. So do me a favor, y'all. Release the anchor and set sail, man. Go do some things that you've never done before. Go to some places you've never seen before. Work harder than you've ever worked harder before. Do workouts that you've never done before that'll challenge yourself. Read books. Do all these things that'll get you out the mindset and put you in a position to do and be and get and want better. You know what I'm saying? The next thing we're going to talk about, or the next phase or way we're going to talk about the anchor, man, is if you think about an anchor again, an anchor is to support the ship. And a lot of us are anchors in people's lives, and we support them, and you know, we want to see them we want them to succeed. We want them to be better. So what do? We support them in everywhere we can. And a lot of us aren't honest with the people around us that we support. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it again. A lot of us aren't honest with the people that we support. We support them without giving them reason on, hey, man, you could be doing this or you could be doing that. We become an anchor, but at the same time, we become a crutch because we're enabling the same fucking behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's things in life that you have to be honest with the people that you love about. You know what I'm saying? Because all you're doing is enabling them to continue the behavior that is going to keep them still in the same place that they're in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be real with people. And if people are real with you and you know, people say that they love you and you have those relationships, those bonds with people, you should be able to have those hard conversations with people. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people out here who don't know who they are. It's a lot of people out here who don't know where they're going. And it's a lot of people out here who just do things just to do things. But if you see that and you can correct that, why not be a better support system in the way that you can help push them along and help them set sail? You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you being an anchor and a crutch in their life, all you are doing is keeping them in the same place that they're being in. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's financially, emotionally, whatever the case may be, you're being a crutch and you're not being honest. There's nothing wrong with helping people. There's nothing wrong with supporting people. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't become a hindrance or you're helping them continue the bad behavior. You know, I think it's hard because when you love people, you don't want to see people fail. You know what I'm saying? But in order for people to succeed, they need to see the error of their ways. You know, y'all know I'm gonna bring it to sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a coach, let's say your star player, you're okay with him just doing the same thing. You know he's fucking up, but you keep letting him do the things that he wants to do. No, man, you got to hold people accountable so they can get the best out of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Let them know, hey, man, you could have did this better. Hey, man, you could have did that better. Hey, man, I don't like the decision you made. You got to let people see it, because sometimes people don't even see the error of their ways. I know when I'm doing certain things and my friends got to come to me sometimes like, hey, bro, that was I don't know about that one. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that move. And I appreciate that more than letting me just be out here doing some dumb shit. You know, you got to have real people in your corner. We don't like yes men. You know what I'm saying? So don't be an anchor that's a yes man. You just letting them just float and be in the same place and just doing the same thing. And they're okay with it because they're comfortable. But you being a support system and you being an anchor in their life that's supposed to hold them down and ride for them, you got to be real. You got to be honest. You know what I'm saying? And for those of you who know that you have an anchor in your life, you can't be taking advantage of them either, because you know they got a big heart. You know that they're going to always be there for you. You know that, you know what I'm saying, they want to see you succeed just as much as you want to see them succeed. It's a two-way street, man. And I hate, I was talking to somebody and I was like, I hate that people don't admit that relationships are transactional, because they are. And when I say transactional, it's not financial or money or things like that. It could be financial, it could be emotional, it could be spiritual, it could be whatever. What are you bringing into this relationship, and what am I giving you into this relationship? It is transactional. So don't make it seem like that. You know what I'm saying? So it can't be a one-sided exchange. And I think a lot of times we get caught up in, you're doing so much for other people. You got to really take a step back and reevaluate and reassess, like, damn, like, I'm doing all of this shit for you. And I'm not saying you do it because you want something in return, but you also got to look at, like, damn, is it one-sided? Like, am I giving my all? Am I giving all my resources, my time, my love, my energy to this person, and I'm only getting half of that shit? You know, like, that's draining. And I think a lot of us is another reason why we walk around feeling how we feel, because we're so mentally drained, we're physically drained, emotionally drained, because we give so much of ourselves to everybody else, and we're not getting anything poured back into us. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, my biggest thing is, man, if you know me, I show love and I give love to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't do it for anything. I don't do it for monetary value. I don't do it for none of that. What I do it for is to make sure you're good, because I know what it feels like to not have people in your corner. I never want people to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? The world is already against a lot of us. If I could be that one person that you can count on, I'm going to be that when I need to be. But respectfully, I need you to have that love for me, just showing appreciation, just showing that, you know what I'm saying, you understand that I don't have to do this shit that I do, but I do it out of the kindness in my heart, and have some respect and love for that. That's all I really, really be wanting, is just respect, love, and honesty. Because people these days, they lie over stupid shit. I never understood that, bro. Like, and the thing about me is, I always find out shit. And I'm so player, I'm not gonna lie. If you lie to me and I know you lie, I will never tell you about it. Just know I won't trust you. I won't trust you with certain information. I won't trust you with my heart. I won't trust you with anything. I just know you lie, and I know there's certain things I can and can't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because you lied to me about the dumbest shit in the world. So how could I trust you when you're not a trustworthy person? You know what I'm saying? It's just shit like that. But that's just little shit, man. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later, man. But yeah, man, if going back to being an anchor, man, if you're going to be an anchor in people's lives, and you're going to be one that supports people, and you're going to be the one that shows up all the time, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, and make sure you really supporting them. Make sure you really having those hard conversations. Make sure you're, having the conversations that could better. Y'all talking about something. You have substance when y'all talk. You uplift. You speak life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to hear the hard truth, but if they love you and you love them, you gotta have the hard truths, man. You gotta have them. You gotta have them, dog. But man, I really just wanted to hop on here, talk to y'all, let y'all know we back, man. I think a lot of us need these conversations, and I've seen a lot of, I'm not gonna lie, streaming university did inspire me to get back on here and get in front of a camera and just talk to y'all, or have y'all something to listen to, because there's a lot of men out here, and I'm seeing it, man. We're battling these quiet battles, and we're not talking about it as much as we should. We need this safe space. We're in this era where I feel like the internet is saying, men can't do this, men can't do that, men shouldn't do this, men shouldn't do that. Man, that shit is crazy to me. So where is the safe space? You know what I'm saying? Where is the space where we can go and be men and talk about how we feel and things like that? You know what I'm saying? Because let them tell it now. Men can't cry, men can't hug, men can't hang with the boys, men can't fellowship, men can't do nothing. Else they, you know what I'm saying? What they gonna say? You know what they saying. But I want y'all to know, man, your boy, I'm gonna be back, man. This was the good intro. This is a good start to getting back to the pod, man. I want y'all to go out this week, man, and release the anchor. Go do something new. Find something. I want y'all to write something down, or I want y'all to find something this week that you haven't done before, that you say, man, I want to do it. I want to try it, and go do it. You know what I'm saying? And also, I want y'all to have, go have that relationship and go look for them relationships that you can fix, them relationships that you want to have conversations about, those relationships that you regret not saying something about. Go have those conversations, go talk, go fellowship and do things like that, man, because at the end of the day, we all need to be uplifted. We all need to be, I want all my people winning. I want all my people to be elevated. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in my 30s. Me and my friend groups, we're in our 30s, man. Like, I want us eventually, our kids, we travel, we on vacation. I want everybody to be winning, man. You know what I'm saying? And a prime testament to it, and people have their opinions about it, man. One motherfucker who's doing it the greatest right now is Kai Cenat, man. He's doing it great. He's putting his people on. He's making sure everybody's winning, bro. That's what life is about. When you have the power and the will and the resources to help people elevate and evolve and become the best versions of themselves, go out and do it, man. Just go out and do it. And that's what I want y'all to do. You know what I'm saying? If you got the resources, the power, go do it. Help the people around you. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes a village. It takes a village to be where you at. And they say, you know, it is lonely at the top. You're going to get to the top and realize, you know, oh, man, I did it. I made it here. But you left everybody else behind. You left everybody else behind. And I'm not saying that's a good thing, because some of it could be dead weight. But there's some real ones out there that you could have brought to the mountaintop with you. You dig? But, man, I love y'all, man. As always, we back. I'm excited. It's going to be some good content, man. I really just wanted to get this one off, like I said, man. So just stay tuned. Stay locked in with me, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me as always, man. It's mental health, baby. You already know. Peace.